I lived out in Arizona for a 9-month period from 2013 to 2014, and then I moved back to Ohio. And you know what I don't miss? This. Whole lot of this. Did not miss it. Nope. It is actively snowing outside. Whole lot of nope. Noping really hard.
In today's episode of Domesticus Catechus, we get to see the benefits of turning into a loaf.
Dear madam, please tell me what it is like to be a grey loaf. Fascinating.
Does the chair meet your standards of comfort, madam? Apparently it does.
Okay, so while the snow has me snowed into the house and I cannot escape because cold, I've decided that I'm just gonna stay inside and I'm gonna work on my painting portfolio because I'm building up a painting portfolio for a secret gig that I'm not gonna tell you about yet. Anyway, so the painting that I'm working on right now is a portrait of my friend Allison. She agreed to pose for me and I sketched it out. I had to lay down the base color for the background first because painting rule number 1, always paint the background first before you paint the foreground. This is about 16 by 20, I'm tempted to say. I'll measure out the dimensions after the paint dries so that can have a more solid idea. So I am going to work on this painting while you get to watch. I changed out of my turtleneck and into my apron because 1, I got hot, and 2, my turtleneck is actually really nice and I don't want to get paint on it, so I'm just going to wear my little paint apron and go from there. Also, I am wearing my wrist brace because my drawing hand hurts a lot sometimes. But only during the winter, I have noticed, because any other season, like whenever the barometric pressure isn't out of whack, my hand is totally fine. Whatever. Alright, I'm gonna let the video play, and I am going to paint this, and I am also going to speed this up a little bit and play some music overhead so that you're not super duper bored. Okay, let's go! Also watching Dragon Ball Z BoJack Unbound on the TV set across the living room as background noise because I've seen this movie like 8 million times by now. I like to play things in the background for background noise so that the chatty part of my head can still be occupied while I'm working on stuff like this. Else I just thought of too, having a movie play in the background makes it really easy to like edit this for fast forwarding purposes in the future. That way I can like time it and be like, oh, I have to cut this when this scream happens at this juncture in time. I'm professional! Okay, do not have a paint brush inside your mouth. It's actually really bad for you. Tea break! I freaking love this mug. I'm gonna set that over here on the white portion of the table and not the drafting table because I don't want to mix up my tea water with my paint water. I've known artists that do that and I don't want to be one of them. Oh, by the way, in case you're wondering, I have the reference photo on my phone, and that's why I keep referring to it. I fucked up. I should have painted the skin first before painting the glasses. I'll make it work! By the way, for those of you wondering, yes, streaming is something that I am considering doing in the future. I don't know how soon in the future, but at some point. There is an extra in this movie whose only dialogue is "Doskoi!" And in his dying breath, I kid you not, he just says "Doskoi!" It's like the silliest fucking thing ever. See, it's shit like that that makes me love Dragon Ball. Love it to death. Through my sketchbooks because I'm trying to find a reference picture for a previous painting that I had done before, because I made a note about how to blend peach skin tone and I completely forgot which sketchbook it was in. This might take a few minutes. I thought it would be in that one. No, I think this is the one. Oh man, there's some good sketches in this one. Wait a second. I got it! I found it! It's this one here! Alright, so skin tone is Naples yellow, titanium white, and burnt sienna. Okay, I knew burnt sienna was in there someplace. I just didn't know exactly where or what the other combination paints were. But now I found it! I found the note! Alright. Now I just need to remember what proportions they need to be blended in. I gesture along with movies, by the by. Sorry, the difficulty of opening that tube just reminded me of this quote from Darkwing Duck. I am the tube of cadmium yellow that's impossible to open. To the person who voiced Bojack in Dragon Ball Z Bojack Unbound, your voice is delicious in this role. Some of the burnt umber and black mix smudged onto the painting in skin tone. Oh well, it works. No, it doesn't! God damn it! Alright. I just heard a very loud bang and I don't know what that was from. This is worrying. And no, it's not from the movie. Bojack, your voice! It startled me. Excuse me. And now comes part of the program where Bojack turns into Ganondorf. I lost the reference picture. I found the reference picture. That will not stop me from breaking the laws of metaphysics! Heck yeah! Oh yeah, that is the color that I needed for this shirt. I had an excess amount of the peach skin tone, so I was like, how can I best use this and how can I possibly make the color that I need for her shirt? I just put in a little bit of deep magenta, just a little dollop, and then blended it, and boom, I got the color I wanted. Heck yeah! Oh yeah, love this, yes. Painting in stages, and right now the stage is done. I've done the flats, I've done the darker shadows, and that's about all that I can.
There's people in the basement doing construction and they are interrupting me.
So anyway, so I'm doing this painting in stages. This is the first stage, and this is about all that I can do until the paint dries, and then I can add the next layer on top of it. That is the plan. Time to clean up.